Hello, General Biology. This is Climate Change Part 5, Changes in Sea Levels. So let's get right to it. Uh, Earth's sea levels since the Industrial Revolution, about 1850, have been starting to rise exponentially. That's sort of like a skyrocketing. And that's happening for two reasons. One, we've got ice melting off of the land from glaciers into the water, so there's more water. And then there's also something called thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is this idea that when water heats up, the particles bounce around really high more and the pressure increases, and so they push each other farther away from each other. So the amount of space the water takes increases when you heat it up. And that's also happening to the ocean because temperatures on the Earth are rising. So more water is melting into the ocean and the temperatures are rising, causing the water we have to expand. This is going to affect a lot of people. This is a map of populations on the coast, and in the darker areas, that's where there are more people, and in sort of the tan areas, that's where there are less people. A lot of humans live on the coast, and one of the consequences of sea level rise is that storms are going to be more powerful. There are going to be greater storm surges, which, especially if you're near the coast, this artificially and temporarily kind of increases the water level. So in a storm surge, in a normal day, the water level is fine, but in a storm, more often, water levels are going to rise and get further into the land and cause problems. Now, we can build defenses, but these defenses are going to be very, very expensive and very, very complicated. And sea level rise is supposed to rise 4 feet in 100 years, basically by 2100, 80 years, I guess. By 2100, we expect 4 feet of sea level rise. So people are going to have to pay for these defenses, and if they can't, they're going to have to move. So let us review. The sea levels are rising exponentially faster now than because we are after the Industrial Revolution than they were before. And there are two causes of sea level rise: more ice is melting into the ocean, and warmer water expands, taking up more space. And we expect this to continue so that by the year 2100, sea level has risen 4 feet. Rising oceans are going to cause storms to be more powerful, and so coastal cities will have to pay billions of dollars to protect themselves. Otherwise, those citizens will have to move. I hope this helps. Struggle well.